What's up, guys? This is some helmet cam footage from the TCCRA race at Rocky Ridge, just during practice, and I'm just going to give a little report on the Concho National Enduro that I raced this past weekend. It was my first Enduro, my first national off-road race, and first time racing without practice, so that was pretty interesting. So the cool thing was I was in the B class. I was in the 250B class because, like I said, I've never done an enduro and I've never raced a national, and the nationals are always more fast-paced and there's more depth and talent in the national series than there is in the local Texas series. So anyway, I raced the B class, and on my row, well, first of all, it works like there's rows, and one row takes off every minute. So I was on row 43, so I took off 43 minutes after the first row, or 42 minutes really, but you know what I mean. And on my row was the points leader of the open B class, so I knew that I could, if I was staying with him or ahead of him, that I would be good in my class. And the way it works is you do, I think there were 6 sections for the B class, and there were 7 for the A, and only 5 for B, or for C, I mean. And anyway, you're not like really racing like you think of racing, you're just doing times. So each timed section counts. There's like a set time that everyone goes over it. No one can match the time that they give you. So if the optimal time is like 20 minutes, then the fastest guy might go 25 minutes or whatever. And whoever has the least over is the winner of that section. So anyway, the first 2 sections, well, at the first section, the guy who was on my row, Corey Collins, he's leading the B class, the open B class. He told me to go ahead and go first, because there's kind of a common courtesy thing where you let the faster guy go first. But I was telling him that I've never done an enduro and I wanted to learn, so I let him go first. And I let him go first, and I rode behind him for several miles, and then he blew a turn, so I just went ahead and went around him. And then I pulled away a little bit, and then we finished the section. I was about 20 seconds ahead of him or so. It was a pretty long section, and then we did the transfer section where it's not timed, you're just riding to the next time section. And he decided that he wanted to let me go first from here on out, and I was going a little bit faster than him, so I was fine with it. And the second section I rode pretty well. I pulled away from him at the start, and then he caught me at the end. So I knew that my pace was pretty good, and that I'd be probably top 5 in my class. And at that point I was second in my class, and then I ended up I really was in third actually, because one of the guys was in a row behind me. But anyway, I was in third after the first 2 sections, and I had no idea where I was, but after the race, looking at my section times, I was third after the first 2 sections. And then after that, there was an A-only section, so the B class didn't do that section. But I did the next section, which I had to wait a long time, but the next section I went first again, and it was an A and B section. The C classes didn't do it, but the A and B classes did. And I got stuck on a hill because there were 2 guys down, and I just wasn't patient enough. I should have waited for them to get off the hill, but I tried to make my own line and it didn't work, so I got stuck. Then I got stuck again, and then I finally got up, and then finally got up the hill. But after that, I was pretty pissed off, and I was trying to make up time, and then I crashed really hard going down a downhill. I got off balance in a rut and just high-sided, and pretty much crashed my brains out. And I was trapped under my bike. My bike tackled me, and I finally got up and just rode out the rest of the sections and finished 10th. So the rest of the sections I just went really, really slow, and because my shoulder was hurting really bad. And you know, it was a fun experience, and I really want to do some more enduros. But I'm just gonna give a quick little race report, recap, whatever you want to call it. It was definitely a fun experience, and I didn't really know what to expect, but I was pleasantly surprised, even though it ended pretty badly. Well, I guess it could have went a lot worse, but it was a great time. So thank you to everyone that suggested that I did an enduro race. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much where this will end, and I will talk to you later. Take it easy.